We're told at the start of this psalm that this was written when Doeg the Edomite had gone to Saul and told him, David has gone to the house of Ahimelech. You can read this incident for yourself in 1 Samuel 21 and 22. To summarize the story, David sought the help of Ahimelech, the priest, who provided him with food and also gave him Goliath's sword as a weapon. Unknown to David, the Edomite was there that day. He witnessed this encounter. He was an untrustworthy man. He went back and reported it to Saul, giving up David's whereabouts and also casting the story in the light that Ahimelech the priest was being disloyal to the king, which actually was not true at all. Saul then gave permission for Ahimelech and all the priests to be killed, and Doeg the Edomite gladly carried out the order. Doeg was not just a snitch and an informant, he was an evil executioner who killed dozens of devoted servants of God, defenseless priests. Psalm 52 then is written in response to these things, but this psalm transcends that specific situation, and it applies, in fact, to all who are evil in this life and believe they will get away with it. It applies to every believer who watches the wicked rise and feels powerless as evil people prevail. Well, this psalm is like a lifeline of hope. So from verse 1, why do you boast of evil, you mighty hero? Why do you boast all day long, you who are a disgrace in the eyes of God? The Hebrew word for mighty hero is gibor. It's typically reserved for real warriors, men of valor and courage. There is a bitter irony in David's use of this term. This psalm reveals something profound about the nature of evil itself. It loves to boast. It loves to make much of itself. And it reveals some of the fundamental foolishness of those who indulge such evil. So often these people see themselves as the hero of the story. They justify their own actions. They think they deserve recognition and reward. They convince themselves that evil is good. They call darkness light and light darkness. They are totally deceived and distorted in their perception. You love evil rather than good, falsehood rather than speaking the truth. You love every harmful word, you deceitful tongue. There's something almost funny about Doeg being called a tongue. He is a soft man. He's a wet man. And his entire character could be reduced down to the work he does with his tongue. He is not an impressive man. He is not a soldier of valor at all. He's an absolute tongue. In verse 5, David assures us that justice is inevitable. Surely God will bring you down to everlasting ruin. He will snatch you up and pluck you from your tent. He will uproot you from the land of the living. So 3 vivid images of the fate that will befall this utterly evil man. God will bring him down to ruin. That is to say, he feels powerful, he's puffed up with pride, but he will come crashing down. God will snatch him up from his tent, as in, even in his safest place, God sees him. He knows his exact location. There is no safety from God. And finally, God will uproot him from the land. The picture here is of a tree being ripped up from the earth. It may look like he is flourishing now, a tree growing, climbing, strengthening, succeeding, but he is like a tree without roots. He will be toppled over in time. His success is temporary. His fall is inevitable. God will act. God will bring justice. It may not be right now, but it will certainly be. God's justice is a certainty. The righteous response is in verses 6 and 7. The righteous will see and fear. They will laugh at you, saying, "Here now is the man who did not make God his stronghold, but trusted in his great wealth, and grew strong by destroying others." How then should the righteous respond to such things? Well, they see and fear God. They don't merely see and fear evil men. And secondly, they laugh. This is like the exhale of joy after years of pain. This is not just a petty revenge. This is a glad satisfaction in the God who saves his people. Wicked people trust themselves and in their own resources. They depend on their cunning, their money, their ability to manipulate. But God steps in, he delivers justice, and there is nothing at all they can do to stop him. Finally, see the flourishing of God's people in his presence. Verse 8, "I am like an olive tree flourishing in the house of God. I trust in God's unfailing love forever and ever." What a beautiful contrast. The wicked uprooted, David is planted. The wicked trust in wealth, David trusts in God's unfailing love. The wicked are cut off from the presence of our all-powerful King, but David is found fruitful, full of faith, and in the presence of our God. And so, if ever you doubt the power of God or his ultimate ability to destroy those who do evil, look, of course, to the cross of Christ. Jesus knew what it was to be betrayed by an absolute tongue. Judas, lying, manipulating, pretending to welcome him while at the same time betraying him. But Jesus was vindicated in the end, and evil did not win, and justice was accomplished on the cross for all those who trust in him. And so we, like David, can trust in the name of the Lord and speak of his salvation, knowing the power of the God who loves us and saves us and promises to preserve us, even while the wicked are brought low.